Hi again, and thank you for joining me today. I wanted just to share something with you that's been brewing for a few months now, and it's got to do with social media, my daughter, and self-esteem. My daughter is going into secondary school in September, and one of the things she's been very keen on, and maybe you've got children or you know kids who are also very keen on getting a mobile phone. Now, I've written about mobile phones and kids and social media in the past, and this is more practical, more the things I'm actually doing. As I say, she's very keen on getting a phone, and for lots of different reasons, I am cautious about how she uses it and how she'll be using it. But as much as anything else, like probably many parents are feeling, about how she feels about it, about her responses to it, and about that kind of cyber exposure that will happen. So here's the thing that I'm doing, and I set about doing it earlier in the year. The premise is very clear for me. The best defense against pretty much anything in life is self-esteem. The stronger and the higher the self-esteem is, the more resilient the person is to combat any problems or challenges. So with this in mind, with this my recognition, this being the best defense, the best shield anyone, and now in particular my daughter, can ever have. What's the thing that I need to do to improve what she's doing already, to ramp that up, and specifically to prepare her for that cyber exposure and phones and internet and so on? And my answer was simple: to develop her self-esteem. So I've set about, I prepared this months ago, about spending the next 70 days doing something each day to improve her self-esteem. Not that it's low by any means, by the way, it's simply just to keep the tank full and keep it really full for when she does go on to things like Instagram and so on, which there's another conversation about her even having it, the right age and so on, but nonetheless, we are not naive that these things can happen. I'd rather her be prepared for it than to ignore it entirely. So with those kind of caveats in place, I want to share with you that from yesterday and for the next 70 days, and until the day she actually gets a phone, she's going to be practicing some form of self-esteem, principally through gratitudes and appreciation. So what I've decided to do is every day is to ask her what she's grateful for, particularly about herself, what she likes about herself, but anything particular that she's done in the day she was proud of. These are small things to do each day. I'm literally asking her to ask for 3 things. Now, if it's 1, if it's 2, that's fine. I'll take those. But my goal is around 3. And I want her to be able to recharge on herself. And her self-esteem is recharged by noticing the things she's really good at, the things she appreciates about herself. This is simply the recycling and cycling of those good thoughts about who she is that creates a very high self-worth and strong self-esteem. So when things will happen where she may get a comment or some sort of criticism, maybe not just social media, but to be fair, this can be in life or at school in general, she's going to be a little more tooled up than she were before. And that's the reason. I'm not saying she's going to be some sort of Wonder Woman warrior bursting through self-esteem and destroying any kind of criticism in her wake. I mean, great, but it's probably unlikely. It's about simply just reinforcing, making that reservoir full so she can dive into it when she wants to. So the starting point is literally, and you can try this, is every day asking her what she's grateful for about herself, or what she's done specific, that she behaved in a way that she was proud of. And just doing that. There are other games, other things I can do in addition to that, but if I do that at the very least, I know it will help her. You may be noticing these are quite small things to do, but I fully believe that by just doing a bit each day along these kind of lines, plus, by the way, just to forget for that for a second, plus me praising her when I see her doing things which I'm very proud of. I mean, this is all what I discussed is a specific task, but also in addition to the things she gets naturally and normally from me where it's about praise. So this is an additional part, not the only part. But my point being is that this drip feeding of this is just going to create a bigger reservoir for her to pull from when she needs it. The additional part, which is totally personal, that I'm going to do as well, is that I'm writing them all down. I'm actually keeping a note for each day the things she said about herself that she appreciates. My plan is to then collect them up and then create a bespoke book. So each day is on each page with the things she was saying, so that she can have that book along with a phone, and she can refer to the book and go through it and flick through it and remind herself of the things that she loves about who she is. And I think, to be fair, this is a lot of basic, good, strong therapy work in terms of reinforcement and a safe place and happy memories, but this is something that's kind of, I'm preempting anything like that, and it's kind of setting the foundations for her. So this book she'll have, and it'll have all those dates in there and the things she remembered about herself as a reference, and maybe she can add to that over time or put other things inside there. I don't know. That's I'm not prescribing how she does it. And what I'm offering you is my strategy, my practical task of how I'm going to help her reinforce what she's doing and strengthen her self-esteem, so that when she gets a phone, she's going to have that in place to use and defend herself against some of the cyber exposure which we know is out there. So that's my practical task, practical tip, and I hope you get something from it. If not, take away some ideas that you can apply and translate into your own world and maybe into your own child's life that can help them too. So I wish you a wonderful day wherever you are.